What's up, everybody? 5869 here with From Lane to Lane, episode 25, I believe. And this one was sent in. Apparently a really good game. Only about, 40-ish minutes. But a lot of kills within that period of time. And apparently a pretty good game for sure, as it seems like it's a little choppy here. Probably know why. 1 second. Just have to stop that. Still not doing all that great, eh? Close that. Alright, there we go. Seems like we're back to where we should be. But look at this. Both teams already stacking up on this bot rune. No alchemist in this game, but they really don't want to give up the rune. We've got a lot of heroes that are really good here. It looks like the invis will be popped. Now, Orca taking up quite a bit of damage. Has the stun if he wants to use it. There, will do so. Only going to hit the TA on that one. There it is. Should be able to get a kill on the Orca here. Getting so low. The last right click here from the Skywrath Mage. Going to be enough. ASDF now got to be a little bit careful. He could go down. Has a lot of damage stolen here, as it looks like Ensign trying to run away here. Only has Blink now. And the Razor will go down. No, the heal from the Wyvern. Absolutely massive play from him. Keeping him alive a little bit longer. And may be able to get out of there. No, the chains, as well as the Shard's now going to block in Jason Gibbs, who's got to be a little bit careful. No slow just yet, but the Arcade Bolt doing a ton of work. There it is, another right click. So 3 kills before the game even starts. The creeps finally getting to their waves now, but wow, did not expect the Dire to come out that far ahead on that one, and already about 1,000 net worth lead. Look at that, and these are the heroes that you don't want to see it on either. The Templar Assassin, almost level 2, will grab it right now as she walks in the lane. Quap as well, though. Looks like she actually got the top rune, I believe, here. No, she didn't get the bounty rune, so just staying in lane a little bit longer than the TA, but realistically, TA with 1,000 net worth already, so going to be really happy with that one. Will be a very tough lane up against the Quap, though. Maybe able to harass her out with the Bounty Hunter's help. This is around a 4.2k game as well, though, just so you guys know. Looks like she is getting quite low. Bounty Hunter thinking about going under tower for that one. We'll just back off instead. As, yeah, the TA going to have a really hard time. Dagger, obviously, just so good against refractions here. We'll get a salve over here from our Bounty Hunter player. And Ensign staying quite close to this mid lane here. Gotta be careful. Orca gonna rotate up. There's the stun in. And it looks like now the Bounty Hunter's still here, though. Ensign's gonna have to blink out. Now Orca could be in a little bit of trouble. There's the slow. They've got the Sentry Ward. So they'll know when the Bounty Hunter's in lane, though. Ensign, with that dagger damage, just gonna get really aggressive here onto the TA. Will salve up now. As it seems, it will be a 1v1 top lane. Great Lubu up against Finaz here, and the Ember Spirit as well, doing quite well, but Great Lubu does manage to find himself that bounty rune, so gonna have a nice bit of damage and some kill potential here as well, up against the Ember Spirit at the very least, until he manages to find his level 6, which won't take all that much longer. It is level 3 here. Great Lubu just about level 4 actually, so the Ember Spirit a little bit behind in terms of levels here, despite the fact that he was a part of 4 kills alongside his teammates, or 3 kills, excuse me. As a Shalligator is rotating to the bot lane. There is a Sentry Ward. They don't have vision, though, so they won't see him if he does use his invis now, and he will pop it and rotate back to the mid lane. There is a Sentry Ward, though, and he's got to be careful. This should be a kill now. Ensign, as well as the stun up from Orca, easily going to be able to secure that kill. Just about to run into range. There it is. So they may try to bait it out a little bit. There's the slow from the Bounty Hunter. Orca actually leaving to stack up as clockwork. Yeah, there it is. The kill potential that he's got on Ember Spirit is going to be absolutely huge here. So 3 minutes in, and we're already gotten ourselves up to 4 kills. Salve going to be popped now by our clockwork, who has a mango. So going to be able to stay in lane. Going to grab himself a nice bit of mana on that one. His ability is very low mana cost. So going to be able to get a couple abilities out at least once he uses that mango top lane. Now the rotations from the Bounty Hunter, they've got to be so careful. There it is. Ghost Walk to be used. Shadow Walk, excuse me, as chains are going to be off the mark. Now Great Lubu may know something's up. Does have the cogs. Could maybe catch out the Bounty Hunter and get a kill onto him. As we do have only 1 point into the Flame Guard. It's 2 points now, I believe, as he does get level 4. That's really not going to be enough to get a kill, though. I don't believe. There it is. So the Bounty Hunter is going to get just a couple of right clicks now. And he could just trap him here if he wants to do so. But with the Shadow Walk, won't be able to secure a kill. Great Lubu now with the completed treads already. at about the 3-minute 30-second mark. As Orca does TP in now. Still only level 1. Does only have 1 stack as well, so going to be a really slow Blink Dagger for him. Probably not going to be able to grab that until about the 22-ish minute mark, maybe. If he keeps up like this. Because they've got nothing to do in this tri-lane. There it is, the Tuskar. They are going to start it off with the Static Link as well as with the Splinter Blast. Tuskar a little bit slow. ASDF really doesn't want to give this one up just yet. Orca running in, but doesn't have enough range for the stun. Now it looks like there's the snowball in. Skywrath Mage could go down, but it looks like no. There's the stun now onto the Tuskar, as well as the heal from the Wyvern. Going to keep ASDF alive for a little bit longer. He's got to be a little bit careful now, as the rotation from Shalligator going to come up now. ASDF could go down here. Shalligator pinging him out. He wants this kill. He really wants this kill. Has another Shadow Walk as well. And it looks like the Shard's going to be enough to secure that one. Now Tusk, it looks like Jano Gibbs is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Orca with the Sandstorm. As top lane, Ember Spirit will get a kill under the Clockwork. And how low is Ember Spirit? Not as low as he should have been. Surprisingly enough, Tuskar will get a double kill in the bot lane though. Orca still just sitting around Sandstorming. Not really much that he could have done here. Courier will bring him a... something, as it looks like they do know where the bounty hunter is. They won't just walk the courier home in plain sight. Instead, the bounty won't be able to grab it. Trying to do so. Should see the Razor rotating in as the Clockwork will throw a flare down in the bot lane. So 6-1 for the Dire. And the one kill was a solo kill at the very least for our Clockwork player, but not really going to help him all that much. There's the slow out from the Skywrath Mage. A Shalligator looking like he's just waiting for this bottom rune. TA not doing all that bad in the mid lane here, as we see she is 13 for 5. Quap is 19 for 9, but that's not the huge advantage we're used to seeing whatsoever. Clockwork, surprisingly enough, leading in last hits now. Only 26, so both teams haven't really CS'd all that much, mostly due to the fact that there's been aggro tri-lanes as well as a kill each top lane. And TA will grab herself a DD. Looks like Shalligator does want to rotate bot along with Mr. Feed. And it looks like they are pinging out a couple of heroes here. They do have the Sentry Ward. They will see them. There's the TA going to start things off with the trap. There's the Static Link though. But look at the double damage, doing quite a bit of work here. ASDF though, with a ton of stolen damage. Not going to be enough to keep him alive or even turn it around for a kill. As 4 heroes. There it is. Snowball out onto Jano Gibbs. Now the Quap's going to rotate in. Dust to be used as well. Quap, no ultimate though. Just look at the damage. She's going to go down. No, the Cold Embrace from Jano Gibbs going to buy some time. Splinter Blast could get a kill on the Shalligator. He's barely going to be able to survive at about 30 HP. Hook now used. There's the Cogs. Not going to use the Cogs just yet, actually. Sentry Ward going to go down. They will be able to find the TA. Shard's going to be used here as well, as it looks like Orca wants to rotate in. Still has another stun. No, he doesn't. No stun for another 5 mana. And it looks like there's the snowball over here onto Orca. Has the stun. Has the stun in another 2 mana. And now it looks like the Tuskar going to get static linked up. Is going to turn around. Has the shards if he wants to use it. Not done with this one just yet. Jano Gibbs getting quite low. And it looks like with no snowball, won't be able to follow up onto that one. ASDF, though, will turn around and zone him out a little bit. Orca was just so close to having his stun there. Only about a mana off. And he actually goes for the second point, or the first point of Caustic Finale. So a very odd 1-1-1 build. Meanwhile, it looks like the Ember Spirit going to be able to secure quite a bit of free farm in this top lane. Has the Aquila, has the wand. Should just look to grab his boots now. Probably going to go for the Boots of Travel, Aquila, drums build here. As his team should be able to fight, 4v5 essentially. And they don't have all that much catch either, as the Razor getting quite low. He will go down to the Shard Snowball Tusk Punch there, and very easy kill. You kind of underestimate the amount of damage Walrus Punch can do here, especially Shards as well, as it looks like Shalligator wants to take this top rune. Do we have the blink up? Will she use it? It's a race! Quap will win, and it will be a haste rune. Skywrath, meanwhile, going to activate the bounty bot lane, so no rune for the TA here. Does have her completed phase boots if she wants to grab them now. A Sand King will start using Sandstorm, but with only 1 point into the Sandstorm, it's just very inefficient. Only 25 damage isn't all that great. Doesn't last long enough either. Will have to use a little bit of this Caustic Finale damage to try and secure some more CS here. So there it is. Will pull the creep wave. Should be enough to get the kill, or a couple CS here, as Clockwork still leading in CS, oddly enough. Not something that I would have expected. Orca will now use Sandstorm on the creep wave yet again. Goes for the 2 points into the stun here. So going to be really slow getting that Blink Dagger now. I can imagine seeing it at about the 23, 25 minute mark for sure. Especially if he's going to buy an Observer Ward. This is a very inefficient way of jungling, as it looks like the shards as well as the trap did go down. Skywrath does manage to find himself a little bit low here. TA tanking up this tower thanks to refractions, but not really what you want to use them on here, as it looks like Bounty Hunter does get seen. Clockwork going to go down to the top lane against the Ember Spirit, and it looks like he hooked in, went for the kill, but the Ember Spirit just soaks up so much of that damage, and 4 points in a Flame Guard just gives you so much kill potential. I'm so surprised that the Clockwork went for that one. As it looks like the Tuskar is pinging out onto the Razor, has a TP away, will be able to use it as well. And look at these wards from the Radiant. They're trying to keep the Razor so safe. They've got this ward here, this ward here, 2 sentry wards here, so this entire lane is just so safe. They've got the entrance warded out, and it's going to be really hard to gank this Razor. Doesn't really have all that much HP. No finished treads, no finished wand either. Top lane now, Orca. Looks like he wants to try and find a kill under the Ember Spirit. ASDF is going to rotate up here as well. There's the defensive Observer Ward for them now. And yet again, trying to buy Razor some space here. So the Bounty Hunter will rotate bot lane alongside this Clockwork. Tuskar TA going to continue the chase over here on Jano Gibbs, as it looks like they may be able to find him here. They won't have the snowball in time though. And he will be able to get out. 2 large creeps. Not going to steal those just yet. As, what do we have for level 6 here? Not level 6 just yet. Only with 2 points in a Shuriken Toss. Not going to grab 2 points into Janata. Snowball to start things off. They want to go for the Clockwork. A little bit scary diving a Clockwork under tower though. But with that Shuriken damage could be enough. There's the hook in. Going to set him up a little bit longer. The silence out. The Quap's going to rotate in. Has the ultimate. Almost going to be able to get a double kill there. Shalligator so low right now. And if she uses Scream on this creep wave, could get that kill. Shalligator really trying to hide. Has the TP out if he wants to use it. And will be able to do so. So close to dying there though. So close. That would have been a triple kill. But the Clockwork staying alive under tower. It's really so scary to dive Clockwork under tower. He's got the cogs to prevent more heroes from jumping in. The hook to keep you stunned for quite a bit of time. Does do some nice damage there, as well as the battery itself, keeping you mini stunned for a little bit longer. There's the chains out on the ASDF. There it is. The shards to come back in, as well as the Spirit jumping in and out. They used the Walrus Punch on a creep, but it doesn't matter. Ember Spirit's going to grab that kill. And it looks like he will go for the Battle Fury. He's going to throw out another Spirit here, in case he needs to Remnant away. And they will start to push this top tower. With the full Perseverance, doesn't give him all that much damage, but you know, it does give him a little bit of HP regen and mana regen. That is a bot lane. Shalligator. So it's really going to come down to how can the Dire control this mid lane, because the Radiant really has potential to come back in this one. They've got fantastic heroes in the Razor, the Skeleton, or excuse me, not the Skeleton King, the Sand King, the Quap, the Clockwork. They've just got fantastic heroes skirmishing around this mid-game team fights, and they're really going to look to get a big gold boost off track, probably grab the full GG boots on Shalligator, although they could pick them up. Yeah, it looks like they will actually pick them up over here on the Tuskar. So Guardian Creed is going to be picked up from the Tuskar. Shalligator probably going to look for something like a Blink, maybe a Blade Mail here. Just some of these really good early fighting items, as there's the first track going to be used on the Quap, and it's so important to see how the Radiant now takes this team fight. Double damage going to be used on Quap here, who looks like she is moving in for the Aghanim Scepter, as she does grab the Staff of Wizardry first. Could be, wait, TP's up in the top lane, is going to cancel the Snowball, going to cancel the other one, and now it looks like the Ember Spirit could go down here. It's going to be able to Remnant out. Ensign, though, continuing the chase, as it looks like has Blink in another 5 seconds. Bottle up, DD still on cooldown, and it looks like maybe Finaz going to juke him around. Ensign didn't really see where he went, and it looks like Finaz going to be able to stay alive. Now Shalligator got to be a little bit careful. Will get caught out under the Sentry Ward. Shards to go down. Great Lubu wants to continue the chase on this one. They don't still have the vision. They go for it, but they won't be able to get the Scream kill, as it looks like he's going to run back in. There's the TA in the backside. Shards, as well as the Cold Embrace, buying him so much time. Do we have the Winter's Curse? No, we don't, not for 73 seconds. Great Lubu could go down here. There's the Cogs. A beautiful Cogs here. Shalligator, as well as Mr. Feed, going to be able to push out onto that one. They won't get a track kill. They will get a kill, but it won't be the track kill that they want. A Radiant with a Sentry Ward, probably going to be able to deward that as well later on. But a beautiful team fight from the Dire. They save Finaz. They managed to find themselves one kill, and This is what's important. Who is going to come out ahead on these mid-game engagements? Shards to push the creep wave a little bit more. This tower getting quite low. They've got the Razor nearby. Orca as well. No 3 points in the stun. No ultimate as well. Shards to start things off. There's the stun now onto the TA, as well as the static link. And do they have the damage to continue on with this fight? It looks like they don't. Quap's going to blink up, miss the scream on that one. They do have the dagger to slow him down. Hook in, will land in this mid lane. Skywrath, he will go down. Nice hook up from Lubu, splitting up this team fight. And now the Shards will block them off. Ensign, though, with the blink, is able to get through it. And now the neutral creep's going to be able to chew through those refractions. Snowball up on Ensign. Now there's the track. Walrus Punch as well. Has the ultimate. Won't turn around and use it just yet. Lubu, no hook, did use it in the mid lane to kill that Skywrath mage. So they do manage to kill the Skywrath, and it looks like now Finaz is going to rotate in on this one. He is going to at least get caught in the cogs by Lubu here. Top lane though, Ensign, use the ultimate, use something. There's the Winter's Curse, now the sun up. Finaz is going to go down. Shalligator's got to be careful. Static linked up, they've got the dust as well. He's going to go down. The Quap in the meantime does die in the backside. The Shards trying to put a little bit of damage onto the Radiant team, but it won't be enough, and it looks like it will be a 2-for-1 trade. A massive gold change, 1,200 gold, 1,600 EXP for the side of the Radiant. And they're bringing that one out. The Dire was leading this one, but after that team fight, the Radiant going to bring it back. So a nice team fight from them, as it looks like they try to get a kill into Jano Gibbs, won't be able to do so. And he does know the Observer Ward's there, so we'll be able to eat through that one, even has a Quelling Blade to just quell it. And there it is. Nice little 50 gold pickup from him. TA in this mid lane, got to be a little bit careful. Razor still sticking around here. TP in from the Quap. Not going to bottle up the Razor. Just going to blink up. Use the Scream here. Track on an Ensign now. And it will be the Eul Scepter. So that'll be able to purge away the track, the silence over here from the Skywrath Mage. So a nice item overall just for the utility that it'll give them. Radiant will get their Observer Ward taken out in this mid lane. Mr. Feed still sticking around despite being so low. Clockwork not around to use the hook just yet. Does finish up the Blade Mill. There's the TP bot from Orca. And they do now have the Epicenter as well. So are they going to try and get a kill on a Finaz? Quap is rotating here as well. But can they lock him down long enough? Does he have a Remnant? He does at the rune. No, I'm not sure where he has it. Okay, way back there. So he will be able to Remnant out. They really need to start that one off with the stun. And probably commit the Scream of Pain as well as the Sonic Wave to try and chew through his HP. But even then, not sure if it's a guaranteed kill. Shalligator alongside the Tuskar looked like they want to rotate the bot lane. They could maybe catch out this Queen of Pain, who does see the regen rune. Tuskar will be the one to pick it up, and now Ensign pinging him out. They know exactly what's happening. Orca on the backside. They'll actually find Shalligator, who's got to be careful. There's the Scream of Pain. They've got the ultimate as well. Will use it. Shalligator's going to go down. Snowball in. Won't be able to hit. The blink out will be enough to keep her alive a little bit longer. Shards, as well as the Walrus Punch. There's the hook up now. Not going to be able to secure the kill or the cogs on that one just yet. And it looks like this Tuskar should be able to get out of this one. Finaz still in lane. Has to be a little bit careful. But unfortunately, there's the ult from the Skywrath. Now Ensign going to walk back into it. The stun up. The Epicenter to be channeled. Look at the Epicenter to damage onto the Skywrath Mage. Finaz is going to throw out the chains down. It looks like they will be able to catch the Sand King. He's going to go down. Now Mr. Feed not ready to give this run up just yet. There's the trap to slow down Great Lubu. In the backside, though, they've got Jason Gibbs. There's the Winter's Curse. And it looks like Jano Gibbs is getting solo right now. Ensign running back into this fight. Chain's going to be off mark. Jano Gibbs getting solo. There's the cogs, though. A nice cogs from this Clockwork. Another track up. TP up now from the Razor. He's ready to fight. And under tower, there's the Lightning Storm going to be used. Look at these heroes under tower. There's the Chains of Sleight of Fist as well. It looks like the Walrus Punch out into the Razor. He's going to go down. Great Lubu getting low. But no, there's the heal, the Winter's heal. It's just healing so much for his team right now, keeping him alive a little bit longer. And oh my god, the Radiant going to come out ahead on that one. That Cold Embrace was so clutch from Jano Gibbs. ASDF staying alive. The damage from the Lightning Storm as well. 15-13, but a massive change on that one. The Dire evening it out a little bit, but yet again, going back up. It's going to hit about the 2K mark. EXP now in the favor of the Radiant. If we take a look at net worth, Ember Spirit still sitting pretty on his ivory tower there, but Clockwork not too far off of that one. Oddly enough, Clockwork at about 6.4K. He's really doing a lot of work for his team, looking to finish up now a Force Staff here. Give him a little bit of extra mobility inside and outside of those cogs. As looks like we did finish the Eul Scepter. Almost finished the Eul Scepter now. The Dire grouping up around this bot lane. No smokes or anything. There are quite a bit of heroes. Mid lane now. Ensign's got to be a little bit careful. Mr. Feed is going to show up. Does try for the meld. Doesn't hit it though. And Ensign will just blink away from that one. Be quite safe here. As Bounty Hunter does show in this mid lane, excuse me. Ensign will use a very aggressive blink. Has to be a little bit careful. There's the slow, the trap as well. There's the Shuriken toss. Not going to do enough damage. A triple TP in now from the Radiant. Ensign will stay alive here. Let's look at this. Tuskar, got to be a little bit careful. Coming up from the backside. Looks like he may want to go on the Queen of Pain. They're following her. And it looks like they are pinging her out here. Skywrath. Is he going to join this fight as well? Tuskar could get a little bit sandwiched here. He's got to be a little bit careful. There's the trap on an Ensign going to be used here. Another track now. Great Lubu will just take that neutral camp. Tuskar, got to be careful. Looks like they do see him. Orca's ping him out. There's the hook up. Tuskar's going to go down. Has a snowball trying to buy himself a little bit of time, but his team is nowhere near him. Walrus punch. There's the stun up. It looks like Skywrath is here. Will turn on the ultimate. Spread across two heroes. Not going to be enough. Shalligator's nearby as well, but there's no way they're able to get these kills. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, TA will find herself a tower. 14-16 and an unstoppable streak now for this Clockwork. The unlikely hero of this game. This guy just really playing out of his mind right now. Those cogs as well were absolutely crucial. Gave a lot of praise to that Cold Embrace, but those cogs were huge to buy his team a little bit more time. Buy that Cold Embrace, just a little bit more time to come off of cooldown to get a little bit more mana. Now Orca trying to get a little bit of EXP here. Does have the 4 points into the stun now. And 1400 gold. So we're getting closer to that Blink Dagger. Still probably not going to have it until the 23-25 minute mark, depending on how the game goes here. Mana Boots now grabbed from our Skywrath Mage, who does still have a Clarity as well as a Mango here, but Mango not all that useful on Skywrath Mage. His mana pool is just far too big, and his abilities just cost far too much to really make it worth it. As it looks like the Radiant will group up in the mid lane, looking for the tower. Cold Embrace going to be used on the creep now. Keep him alive a little bit longer. As the TP up here from the Ember Spirit now is going to look for the Sleight of Fist Chains. Goes for the Lincoln Sphere first. Okay. So it doesn't have all that much kill potential early on, nor farming potential. So the Ember Spirit's going to have to be really careful with how this next little bit plays out. We see Sleight of Fist doing absolutely nothing. They will get that D-Sentry in the mid lane, so Shalligator can rotate towards this lane and try to pressure with his team, get a couple tracks out. They do use the Walrus Punch onto the Catapult, and nice. Sand King is trying to jungle up. Really needs, and look at these creeps, we're still sitting here from earlier on in the game, but really needs that Blink Dagger, as it looks like they are going to go for a Roshan now. They've got 1 point of the Sigil, which is really going to slow him down here. 30% attack speed slow, 10% move speed slow. They've got the Meld and the Desolator, so a ton of negative armor now on Roshan. And does the Radiant have any idea of what's going on? I don't believe so. They will snowball up, stun him a little bit. The TA though, just outputting so much damage. She even has a regen rune, so they should really just let her tank up. Wicked sick top lane. They will get a kill on the Bounty Hunter. But for a kill on that Bounty Hunter, actually they'll trade a kill on the Bounty as well as a tier 1 tower for Roshan. So they're not really getting all that much. It'll be really interesting to see what they do with this Roshan. They're going to have to group up with this Rosh, try to get their Ember Spirit, another like farming item, either buy him some time or group up as 5 enough to, you know, push a lane down and grab a tower. But if they can't really convert something off this Aegis, the Radiant, it's going to be easy for them to really start taking control of this game. The Clockwork already doing a really good job of controlling the tempo, and when you're a hero like a TA, like an Ember Spirit, you want to be the one controlling the tempo, split pushing lanes, jumping in for these easy ganks that you're just blowing somebody up with. And she will pop the regen rune, but look at the Radiant. They're using the map to their advantage here. They got a kill early on Shalligator. They know that they just took Roshan, so there's a lot of space for them. They are a little bit split up, so they do have to be careful if a fight does break out. It looks like it will be actually the pipe going to be picked up by the Razor now, and the Radiant doesn't want to let this one happen just yet. There it is, the track up. The TP going to be canceled by the Tuskar here, oddly enough, and the deny on the Bounty Hunter will be able to get that one. The chains onto the Clockwork, does have the Force Staff, will TP out as well. They won't be able to cancel that one. Shuriken Toss not close enough, and they'll be able to at least get that, you know, they do get a deny on the tower, but they still get a tower, so they get more map control. Make it a little bit tougher for this Ember Spirit to farm. And now all these heroes are grouped up. So again, the Ember Spirit's farm is really going to be slowed down. Has about 1900 gold. So we'll see what he's going to grab. Does he grab the Boots of Travel? Won't have any damage if he does so. Or does he go for a damage item like the Battle Fury? Perhaps Phase Boots here. And it looks like he does spend his gold now. And what will it be? It will be the Boots of Travel. So he's going to grab the Boots of Travel. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. He's really, really throwing a lot into this late game. He's saying, you know, alright, I've got the Boots of Travel, I've got a Lincoln Sphere, I'm not going to die farming, and I'm just going to look to farm until probably the 30-40 minute mark until I've got, you know, Daedalus, Battle Fury, and maybe something like MKP, you know, depending on what else I need, but can they afford to do so? Blink now picked up on TA, so they do have a lot of potential to jump in the background and, you know, pick somebody off. Shalligator offering his team a lot of vision now as Razor in this top lane will get caught by the shards. Not going to be enough to kill him though, or really do any damage, as he's got the pipe now as well. Tuskar will TP to this bot lane, and it looks like the Dire, they want to call for this bot tier 2 tower now. Radiant though in position to defend, and the Razor could just split push in this top lane until he really needs to. And this is when it's so hard as well, when you've got the defender's advantage. It's so hard to push, and you know, if you're unable to get something right now, if the Radiant, or excuse me, if the Dire is unable to really convert something off of this push, the Radiant is getting a ton more globally out of the map, and the Dire looks like they may actually just give up this push. Shalligator in the mid lane gonna look to grab a couple of tracks. Ensign is tracked up here, could just Eul Scepter that one off. Great Lubu though tracked up, just about to run off, so probably just Eul's up, get rid of that track, and really make them afraid. The Radiant does see them in their jungle before that Observer Ward goes down, so they do know what's happening. Ensign does have a TP, will pick up the point booster, so we'll be going for the Aghanim Scepter here, and pretty well completed that one. Aegis another 2 minutes, so they really have to make something work here. There's the rotations in. TP from the Quap. Razor could probably just TP right in here. There's the chains, will land on a Jano Gibbs, but they don't have the kill potential for that. In the backside now, Shalligator's got to be a little bit careful. Is giving his team a little bit of vision here. There's the hookup, not going to latch onto anything though. I'm not sure who this is going for. Track now onto Ensign. Still has the Eul Scepter if he wants to use it though, and it looks like the Dire are going to back off after this, as the Razor just putting up too much pressure, and they're not comfortable with this. And this is a beautiful play from the Razor, who's actually going in now for the mechanism. But it's just so tough now. The Dire is in a kind of a poor position now. The Radiant got a lot more out of the map here. They should have been further ahead. They just got a Roshan. They should have taken a tower, or at least another objective with it. You want to be able to convert off of that Aegis, and instead Finaz will just try to farm up an item here, and he really needs the damage at this point. Only hitting for about 130 damage. Really not all that helpful. As a dust will go down. Won't find a Bounty Hunter. Trap going to be used here as well. Bounty not that far off. Shalligator, they do see him though. There it is, the blink up. They've got the vision and the ult from the Queen of Pain. He's going to go down. So just as things were slowing down and both teams were kind of quieting off on their own ends of the map, they will get a kill on the Bounty Hunter at the very least. So now 16-15, a very even game. They're going to jump up a little bit more on that one. The Dire looks like now splitting up the map a little bit better, getting a lot more out of their farming now, as the Radiant does kind of group up. Orca now managing to find his Blink Dagger. Looks like it was around the 25-24 minute mark perhaps. Pretty close to when we were guessing it would be finished. As Ensign though, the big thing is he's almost got the completed Aghanim Scepter. It looks like they do want to make it go here. There's the blink up on Ensign, but how do they chase him down? There's the static link now, and it looks like the Aegis actually does get reclaimed. Snowball in. The Dire's got to be so careful. It's just so hard to kill ASTF right now. He's got that pipe, and there's the Winter's Curse. Now the Skywrath going to go down. It looks like the Tuskar going to go down as well. Searing Chains as well as the Sleight of Fist. Not going to do absolutely anything. There's the hook on a Mr. Feed, and it looks like he's got to be careful. Melchek on a great Lubu. There's the Blade Mail as well, and just look at that Splinter Blast damage. Shalligator barely going to survive. There it is, the Epicenter as well. They have the Sentry Ward. Mr. Feed's going to go down, and it looks like Great Lubu is going to be able to find himself a monster kill. Ensign not done with this one just yet. Has the Eul Scepter to try and buy his team a little bit more time to catch up here, but he won't do so, and instead now the Radiant going to look towards the mid lane. Bounty Hunter, got to be careful he doesn't need a flare, but was thrown down towards the bot lane, and again, no Battle Fury. You've got nothing to buy your team time with. Orca blinks up. There's the stun now onto the Tuskar. They've got the chase they wanted. There's the snowball to try and buy them some time. And it looks like they should be able to get the Tuskar. Cog's going to push him out on the wrong side. And now it looks like Tuskar's going to go down. The rotation in from the Skywrath Mage trying to buy him a little bit more time, but they've got the pipe. And now they're picking out the tower. The Radiant playing this one really well. But mostly the itemization, I really don't agree. I don't know why you get the Lincolns here. I don't agree with the itemization on that. And yeah, he's going for the Battle Fury, but he's getting another Perseverance. That is 10 damage for like 1800 gold, whatever it is. So, this Ember Spirit is essentially just turned into a non-factor this game. They're gonna have to try and look to get like a a nice defense on this tower. If they can get a defense on this tower with 2-3 track kills, maybe they can come back. Track level, not level 11 yet either. Ugh. This is so hard. The Radiant is just grouping this one up and playing it perfectly. And now it looks like the Dire wants to go in on this one. Now there's the blink up. There's the Meld Strike. The hook up on a Mr. Feet. It looks like he's going to catch two. The Winter's Curse. Tuskar's going to snowball in. No, he blinks in actually. There's the snowball buying some time. The Static Link though, stealing so much damage. The Ember Spirit will live. The Tuskar will go down though, alongside the TA. The Ember Spirit trying to buy his team a little bit more time, but it looks like the Radiant will even be able to convert on a tower after these 2 kills. And now, are they going to be able to find Shalligator? They do have a Dust Up. Mana Boots. Flare out as well. Clockwork, what's he moving into? Looks like he's going to have an Aghanim Scepter of his own now as well. Queen of Pain, looks like she's probably fairing up the finished Aghanim Scepter, is doing so. Jano, is he going for a mechanism as well? Looks like he is. So Razor has a mechanism, so a little bit of miscommunication on that part. They've got the mech pipe on Razor here. Point booster as well for himself. That's top lane now. It looks like they are going to try and catch out the Ember Spirit, but they will at least push him out of the lane. Won't be able to get all that much free farm from that Boots of Travel usage, and instead he'll have to rotate bot lane. And still, he really has no farming accelerator. Sure, he gets a little bit of damage from the Flame Guard, but it's not all that much to help him out. Ensign will find himself a haste rune here. Is tracked up, not for much longer though. So could look to find a kill off this one. 2k outside of finishing that Aghanim Scepter as well. Net worth still being held by the Ember Spirit. Oddly enough, though, you can only imagine if he had gone for a farming item instead of the Lincoln Spheres. I'm really not convinced that the Lincoln Sphere saved him all that much. And if you've got a farming item, you probably have your next item a little bit earlier on. You're just way more effective in these fights. And sure, it may be easier to kill you potentially because you don't have that Lincolns, but you're also outputting a lot more damage. And you're probably turning these team fights because you're far more useful, as it looks like the Ember Spirit in this top lane. Are they going to use the hook? There's no way they catch him with the hook, though. Maybe just going to try and bait out. No, they actually do catch him with the hook. There's the Cogs, setting him up a little bit longer. Does have the Remnant, I believe. Is trying to stir it out a little bit longer. Is Orca chasing this one? There's the Winter's Curse now, though. Do they have the stun from Orca? The Shard's going to be enough to do a little bit more damages in the backside. There's the hook going to be used again. Now it looks like Ensign getting chased will get healed up. Static Link not going to last all that long thanks to the Sigil. There's the Blink stun from Orca now, as well as the Sandstorm channel. Going to do a lot of damage here, and it looks like beyond godlike now for the Clockwork. Finaz does use his ultimate here. Doesn't have another Remnant. There's the hookup from the Clockwork. Trying to buy himself a little bit more time. Trying to catch up there. It's Finaz so low right now. There's a blinking from the Quap. Really wants this kill. Won't be able to get it though. She's going to go down. And that's 584 gold going the way of TA. ASTF has to be careful. Flare up. Looks like ASTF's going to go down. That's a dominating a hook onto Shalligator. They didn't know he was there. And it looks like Orca wants to turn around now. They do have the epicenter. They don't have the Winter's Curse though. Can Orca make a play? I don't believe so. Looks like Great Lubu's going to go down. That's a godlike going to the Ember Spirit. And this is going to be a huge drop now. A huge drop. Probably around the 3k, maybe even the 2k mark if they can manage to get anything else off this. Although they were at about 5k, so maybe only around the 40, 3,500 mark. But still, it's absolutely massive that the Radiant isn't able to convert that much off of that team fight. And you can only imagine what it could have been like if instead of a mechanism, it was a Glimmer Cape. Just something a little bit more useful on Jano Gibbs instead of the double mechanism here. Shalligator wants to go mid lane. There's a trap set up. There it is. Slow to start things off. Trap to follow up. Jano Gibbs in a hole like a trouble right now. There's the secondary trap. The Blink and the Mel just doing so much damage. The Dagon to secure the kill now as well. There's the Battle Fury finally completed on the Ember Spirit. So 32 minutes in, we managed to find ourselves 22-19. So a lot of kills this game. Regen Rune will get picked up now, and it looks like the Dire wants to go for a Roshan yet again, so they will start off with the Meld Strike. A lot of negative armor. Now Finaz is able to help out for this one as well. There is the stomp. He will throw Remnant outside of the pit, and does the Radiant have an idea of this? I believe they do. Flare up from Clockwork. Are we going to see a Roshan steal? So there's the flare. He knows what's going on. He is going to get tracked up. There's the hook. Only going to land now. There's the force up, and he steals the Aegis. What an Aegis steal from the Clockwork. He may go down, but he's buying his team so much time. Quap's nearby. Has the blink in. No ulti for 11 seconds. Great Lubu is still alive. He hasn't even lost the Aegis. There's the hook out now onto Mr. Feed. He could go down here. There's the Aegis finally getting popped on the outside now. It looks like Orca as well as Ensign trying to deal as much damage as they can to Finaz. He's caught up on the cliff. They've even got the ward here as well. It's going to be a 2-for-0 trade. They even managed to get the Aegis, the stun up on a Mr. Feed. He's going to go down a double kill for the Queen of Pain. Shalligator's got to be careful. They may even be able to cancel that. They will. There's the Dust as well. He's going to go down as well. So a 4-for-0 trade. They steal the Aegis. They almost get a full wipe. And what a game it was. Look at that net worth drop. Absolutely massive. So I thought it was going to be around 3K. It actually evens out after that team fight that the Dire was able to win. But now the Radiant turns it around. Brings it right back in their favor. Clockwork doesn't get the hook, but Force Staffs in, steals the Roshan, and who killed it? It looks like, yeah, it was snatched. So the Dire does manage to get the gold out of it, but the Aegis was the true trophy out of that one, and unfortunately they won't be able to grab it. And now it looks like they may look to convert on Arax here. 16 seconds for both heroes, pretty well. Ensign throwing out the Manor GG, surprisingly enough, despite the fact this game is nowhere near over. They are going to throw out another flare. They can't really go on the Tuskar, especially not with the snowball, the blink, and the mechanism. There's the blink up. Shard's going to be thrown down. Arctic Burn going to be used here as well as the Splinter Blast there. Ensign going to get silenced up. Will Eul Scepter himself get rid of that silence here. Will blink out as well. ASDF going to throw out his mech. Not going to be all that useful. There it is. Snowball up. Shuriken as well. Jano gives it a whole lick of trouble. He's going to go down. Hook's going to catch two. Quap ulti to follow, and he's going to go down. That's a double kill. Mr. Feed with the BKB doing so much physical damage. So Orca's going to jump in with the Epicenter, but a BKB means that absolutely no damage is going to be put out on Mr. Feed. Great Lubu trying to buy himself some time. Will hook through onto the neutral creep. Should be kept alive here. Has a Force Staff. The follow-up. No, Remnant should be enough to get the kill here, and it looks like it will. Lubu's going to go down, chains to secure the kill, and it looks like it will be a 4-man wipe for the Radiant. Getting way too aggressive here. The Quap will be able to survive on this one. She is tracked up, though. And it looks like they're not ready to give it up just yet, so we'll blink up to the creep wave. And now probably they can get her on this next blink if they use the Tuskar blink well enough. There's the snowball in. Ensign with another blink out. They will be able to catch her though. There's the Tusk Punch. No. Eul Scepter buying herself some time. Has the blink in 1 second. Won't be able to use it. And that's a dominating sweep going the way of Shalligator. And again, the Radiant giving up their lead. This is going to go way in the favor of the Dire now. Just up and down, up and down. We managed to find ourselves just under 60 kills here. It looks like Bounty now with a Dagon 3. Yeah, so Dagon 3 for Bounty. And that's going to be very useful up against the Jano Gibbs here. Up against his heal. Cold Embrace. Obviously does prevent physical damage. Magical damage though, he can easily eat through that with. And it's going to be a little bit annoying now for them if they do use the Cold Embrace onto somebody. Orca really misplaying that fight. Using the Epicenter. Is going for a Veil. Going to try and boost some of their magical damage. But using the Epicenter on the one hero with BKB, that was so disastrous. She's now got 1900 gold. Anything on the Courier? No. So only 1900 gold. Not all that bad. Probably going to look to move into a Daedalus next. Most likely. Could maybe grab something like an S&Y. Tank up a little bit against the Quap. Even against the Razor, it helps out. As, you know, with that pure damage going through BKB, it is a little bit annoying. Tuskar will snowball in this mid lane. TP up now mid from the Quap. Who is looking to finish what I imagine will be the Hex. Most likely. I can't see it being anything else. I don't think you'd want to go for a Lincoln Sphere here, especially not with the Eul Scepter top lane now, though. It looks like Finaz, as well as Mr. Feed, want to try and find a kill. ASDF going to be the first target. There's the mechanism, buying himself a little bit of time. Snowball in. There's the hook from the Clockwork, though. Winter's Curse going to go down. There's Orca with the Epicenter channel as well on it, too. Look at the damage. Finaz is going to go down. It looks like they will trade for the Razor. Feed, though, they've got this BKB up on him. There's the Cold Embrace now. Shalligator going to rotate in. Dust going to be used here. They do know what's going on. Ensign has the ultimate in about 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Finaz continuing the chase. No Remnant out if he wants to use it now. There's the blink over here from Ensign. They want to kill Shalligator. They will actually spend the Quap ulti to do so. Skywrath ultimate way off mark. There's the hook on him, Mr. Feet. He's going to go down. It looks like, no, he's still alive. Orca's going to blink up. There's the kill. And it looks like Remnant out now from the Ember Spirit. So a 3-for-1 trade. This game is so back and forth. They should be able to catch this Skywrath. No hook off mark. They've got the blink up from Orca as well as from the Queen of Pain. There's the screen. They've got the Eul Scepter, but it looks like they should have enough room for the stun here. Orca will stun up here, and they will be able to get that kill. They had that Sentry Ward. So a 4-for-1 trade. And of course, this is a little bit behind, but if we take a look now at the graph, fairly even, honestly. I want to say this game is exceptionally even for where we're at right now, as it is 32-25 for the Radiant, but the Dire with all this farm gonna keep it very close. A very close match indeed. As we do finally have the Crystallis now from Finaz. Will TP to the top lane, wants to defend this tower. We'll throw the Remnant back, and it's gonna be really difficult to kill him now. Sleight of Fist going to do quite a bit of damage. They've got to be careful. And yeah, look at that. There's the hook up on a Finaz, though. Are they going to be able to hold him down for long enough? Maybe. He's actually going to go down. Not going to be able to get his Remnant off. And he will die. Orca barely surviving this one. The shards a little bit off mark. The Winter's Curse now onto the Tuskar. No ulti from the Queen of Pain. Does have the completed Hex now. Won't have that off cooldown either. There's the Snowball in. Razor's going to show up at full HP. The Cold Embrace now. Tuskar trying to run out of this one. Won't be able to do so. And it looks like now there's the hook turning it around. Meanwhile, feeding in the backside. Ensign silence up. He's going to go down. Razor's going to rotate in. Pop the Thunderstorm. Feeding. Got to be careful. The Razor's got quite a bit of damage. 168 stolen damage to be exact. There's the Walrus Punch down to Jano Gibbs. Shalligator's got to be careful. Looks like they will kill the TA here. Now Shalligator getting quite low. Jano Gibbs is still alive. He's not dead just yet. ASCF continues to take Shalligator, as it looks like the fourth staff going to be able to dodge the shards. Has to be careful. Could be enough damage just from that to get the kill. Very close. With the follow-up heal now should be enough, as ASDF wants to chase the Tuskar, has the blink out. Now Sand King did TP home, and he's going to rotate back. They don't have the Queen of Pain, but they also want to force a buyback on the TA. They know she's dead for 50 seconds. Jano Gibbs going to heal himself up now. There's the hook up. Will catch Tuskar. He's so low, and he's going to go down. Won't even be able to snowball out of that one. 60 seconds without a Tuskar. 30 seconds without the TA if she doesn't buy back now. And 41 minutes in. This is getting really close for the Dire. A lot of damage from that Sleight of Fist. They've got the mechanism, the pipe as well if they want to use it. Jano Gibbs did use his mech earlier on, so they can't use AFC's mech for another about 30 seconds-ish. There it is, the silence on ASCF, but he's just so tanky now. His ultimate doing so much work on this tower as well. Finaz going to turn around, though. He's got to be careful. Tracked up now. ASCF got to be a little bit scared of his position. Chain's not going to land. 2 minutes until the next Roshan is up. And they won't get that Rax. They won't even get the tower. But it is quite low. It'll only take one more team fight for the Radiant now. And Sin with 1,600 gold, probably going to look for a Shiva's Guard here. Going to help against the Tuskar. Going to give you a nice bit of burst damage as well. DD. Nice little pickup for Ensign. As Mr. Feed will just go over towards the Ancients. 3.4k. Misses the Meld Strike on that one. As Finaz probably has to save for buyback. I'm not sure if he can finish his next item and have enough gold to farm. Or farm enough gold to have his buyback as well. Which is very important. Great Lubu. Looks like he's going for a Shivas perhaps. So the Quap probably going to maybe even go towards something like an AC. Razor going for the Refresher it seems, as Jano Gibbs wants to smoke up, and they will do so. So there's the smoke. The line is being drawn. They're looking for somebody in the enemy jungle, but guess what? There's absolutely nobody. The entirety of the Dire is bot lane. And what an odd smoke this is going to be. They may be able to find the Skywrath here. Not just yet. They will ward up. They do see the Observer Ward. They don't want to get rid of it just yet, though. As now the Skywrath in the mid lane. Probably going to be the call. There's the blink up from the Quap. The dagger as well. Does get the scream. The hook now. They will be able to find that kill. No Skywrath for 53 seconds. Roshan respawning in a minute as well. So they can either look to grab Roshan, look to pressure the tower here. They will deward. They are going for this mid-rax, actually. There's no tower there. So they're probably just going to be able to grab a mid-rax. TP's back. TA, does she have a TP? She does. She goes for the Reaver as well, so really wanting to take up here. Lightning Storm is going to be used now by the Razor. Sleight of Fist doing a little bit of damage. Guardian Greaves now finished up by Jano Gibbs, and they should be able to secure this Rax. Bounty Hunter going to rotate in, throw out the Dagon on Orca. He's going to throw up the stun. Going to miss on that one. A complete channel on the Epicenter. Not going to do all that much. There's the Winter's Curse now. They're able to catch the Tuskar. Orca on the backside still alive. Has the stun if he wants to use it. There's the Cold Embrace, keeping him alive a little bit longer. ASDF now chasing Shalligator. He's going to get hexed up. Look at the damage just from the Quap right clicks thanks to that DD rune. And it looks like now the Radiant is going to be able to finish off this game. They should even be able to get top tower, top racks as well. And it looks like 40-26. The Radiant really pulling through, taking these mid-game fights really well. It was incredibly back and forth, but great Lubu playing fantastically. 14-4-21. This guy is the MVP if I've ever seen one. Now Finaz is going to throw out another Sleight of Fist. Has to be careful. Hex off cooldown in about a second. If he jumps up again, they should be able to kill him. Great Lubu has the hook, will throw it out. Quap, we need you. There's the stun. Quap, we need you. There's the hex. They will be able to get the kill. Great Lubu will pay with it for his life, but I'm sure they'll be confident with that one. No Ember Spirit for 80 seconds, and that's almost certainly going to be game. I'm not sure if they can finish it. Actually, they can finish it. They've got the ultimate from the Razor here, as well as the creeps at the towers. They might just go for the megas, and it looks like they will do so. Do we have the completed refresher on the Razor? No, not yet. Very close, though. And it looks like Shard's going to try and buy themselves a little bit of time. TA still dead for 10 seconds. Track now going to be used on an Orca. Doesn't have Epicenter for another 34 seconds, but it looks like this should be Megas now. They will throw down a Sentry. Another track going to be used over here on the Razor. As Quat will blink in, get a kill on a Shalligator. Will pay for that with their life. No, there's the stun up. The Yule Scepter keeping him alive a little bit longer. There's the Winter's Curse now going to be used on a Mr. Feed. The Racks, they're just pinging out the Racks. Just go for the Racks. Static Link from the Razor now. And it looks like this will be the Mega Creeps. They should be able to finish this one off. Razor is just so tanky. How do you kill this guy? He's got so much armor, even with the Deso Meld Strike. There's the Cold Embrace, keep him alive a little bit longer, and the completed Mega Creeps now. Tusk got to be careful. He's going to go down the Blink Stun from the Sand King. There's the Yule Scepter on the TA, buying their team a little bit of time so they can turn around on the TA after that. There's the Hex up now as well. Ensign, ult off cooldown in 5 seconds. There's the Epicenter being used as well. Good game, well played. I'm the best fucking clock. There's the ulti being used from the Queen of Pain as well. Has the Scream in another few seconds. Won't be able to use it, so Mr. Feet actually going to be able to survive that one. But it doesn't matter. Mega Creeps now, and there's no way they can come back from this one. It looks like they may just hang around here and stay in their fountain. Looks like Finaz said, yeah, he got wrecked in lane. And I truly believe that a lot of it came down to Finaz's build here. That Lincoln Sphere. It was like they were coming back later on, but there's the mechanism. ASDF still alive. They spent a lot to get the kill on him, and they do get the kill. But it looks like now Ensign going to be tracked up here. Has the Hex and the ultimate here if he wants to use it. The stun up onto the Ember Spirit. Going to make a pop out of the Lincoln Sphere. Orca on the backside should go down here almost certainly. Mega Creeps now sitting around though, and it looks like the Mega Creeps might be enough to finish off the Rex. There's the hook up onto the TA. She could go down here. The Quap ulti as well. That pure damage eating through that BKB. There's the Winter's Curse. Tries to go for the Walrus Punch. Won't be able to do so. The Mega Creeps dealing so much damage. Ensign's still alive. Able to get out of this one. There's a snowball up though. The Tuskar's still alive. Jano Gibbs. There's the jump in from the Finaz, and it looks like he will get his Lincoln Sphere popped, but he will go down. Good game, well played. The Mega Creeps will finish it off, and what a game that was. 45-29, about 70 kills this game, and whew, that was fantastic. So thank you so much for sending this game in. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast. Please do check out some of my other videos. Subscribe to myself on YouTube. Show your friends. Show everybody you can. Good game, well played to both teams, and thanks for watching, guys. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have my series From Lane to Lane where I just cast some everyday pubs that you guys send me. I also do some more professional pubs like games from Koikva, Miracle, whoever I can get my hands on from Dodobuff. I have a learning series as well, so feel free to check that out. There's some more info in the description as well as some videos linked in the annotations at the end here. Thanks a lot.